Guilty Gear Strive is a great game in multiple different ways. The animations, the character design, the Roman cancel system, all of it is just so good. What about the balancing? Shut up! But one of the most recognized and decorated parts of the game is, of course, the music. Oh, the music! Every character in the game has their own unique theme with vocal performances from Naoki or Aisha, and they're all just so good. But you already know that. Hell, the likelihood is that you've listened to a lot of Guilty Gear music over the course of the last several years. But have you ever wondered what the best song of them all is? Well, I have. A lot, actually. So I decided I should take it upon myself to find out exactly which song in Guilty Gear Strive is considered the best. So, let's talk about how I found the best song in Guilty Gear Strive. So, let's begin with the obvious. The fuck classifies as the best song. Best is a great word to catch the attention of people looking at their phone at 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve, but it is also extremely vague. The definition of best is something that I can't be asked reading to you right now. I'm not even on that level of shitty video essay. I would say that there is an objective metric that not a lot of people would disagree with if I said it though. My opinion. I mean, the public's opinion. Yeah. But how am I going to get this public opinion? A poll? Questionnaire? Did you miss it? Did you miss your chance to give your opinion? Oh god, you might have been left out! No, of course not. That involves talking and interacting with other human beings. Something that I am chronically afraid of. So, we need another method. Tell me, how do you listen to the Guilty Gear soundtrack? The Guilty Gear soundtrack is available all over the internet nowadays, and there's a lot of different ways of listening to it. However, the main way that people generally listen to music is with a platform called Spotify. Not me though, I use SoundCloud. Fun fact, when I was in college, at age 16, I was finding platforms to listen to music on. And Spotify had higher quality songs and more recognized works, but SoundCloud had every Vocaloid song that I wanted, and Spotify didn't. So I used SoundCloud and I've never really looked back. Thank you, random teenagers, for ripping and re-uploading Rolling Girl. We could use a bunch of different platforms, and I'm sure that different platforms end up having different results. However, I'm gonna narrow down the video to just Spotify plays for a couple of reasons. One, Spotify is absolutely huge. Spotify has a user count in the hundreds of millions. Apparently the platform has over 600 million active users, and 200 million of them are premium users. That's a lot of people listening to a lot of music. No platform that I checked even comes close to those numbers. Two, Spotify is primarily just for listening to music. Guilty Gear music is all over the internet, and you can find it in a bunch of different ways. However, several of these platforms, like the one you're watching this video on, aren't just about music. Well, okay, technically I do listen to most of my music on YouTube because I have it on in the background while I work, but the difference between this and Spotify is if you're listening to it on Spotify, the likelihood is you're more actively engaging with the song. And finally, number 3, it's a lot easier. Spotify songs are homogenized across albums, meaning all I have to do is look at one number, and that's the amount of times that people have listened to that song. It's what I would say in an ideal world, but this platform is bullshit. Guilty Gear music, in some cases, has been uploaded to Spotify by Arxis twice. This is because the original soundtrack was on Spotify before the album version of the soundtrack came out. So when the album came out, they just added it to Spotify for convenience sakes. However, Spotify is a turd, and some of these songs are the same across both albums, but some of them aren't. Some songs have the exact same numbers across 2 soundtracks, and others have way different numbers, meaning sometimes I have to do a little bit of maths, and other times I don't. And sometimes I genuinely can't tell. But I applied my big brain to it all, and I think I got a pretty accurate rating of every Guilty Gear song based on how many times they've been listened to. Meaning, we have a list that tells us which song is the best by most plays. Now, a couple of caveats to begin with before we get into the list. To start, Smell of the Game is not here. For some reason, Smell of the Game is extremely popular, with over 12 million listens. It wouldn't even be close for most of the songs on the list. So because of that, we're not involving it. Also, Radiant Dawn isn't on the list. When I started this video, it was only a couple of weeks old, meaning it would have easily come in last. I'm talking not even getting a million listens kind of last. It would have been a complete wash. Same thing with the Kai vs. Sin theme. In fact, I'm not even sure if that one's on Spotify. Every other song that's come out, though, fair game. Now, we could get straight into which the best song is, as I do have the full list here, but come on. Why don't we have a little bit of fun? We could immediately reveal what the best theme is, or we could have a bit of a laugh and find out what the worst theme in Guilty Gear Strive is. So, why don't we ruin someone's day, huh? To begin with, the 5th least listened to song from the Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack with a depressing 3,356,589 listens is Ups and Downs, the theme of Slayer. Now, I personally think that this song is an unfortunate victim of recency bias. This, apart from Radiant Dawn, is the newest song that has been added to Guilty Gear Strive, and it is competing with songs that have been out since the game released. And yet, it still managed to beat 4 other songs. In fact, there were only 12,000 listens between this and the 6th least listened to song, Just Lean? Okay, now that I did not expect. I thought that was going to be way higher. This spot is an extremely volatile one, and I'm not just being nice because I really like Slayer's theme. In 4th place, with a dismal 3,056,064 listens, we have Kiss of Death, the theme of Gold Lewis. I feel vindicated, validated. Yes. I told you this theme fucking sucked. Kiss of Death is a slower, heavier song with a less than impactful chorus when compared to other themes in Strive. In my opinion. People who like this song really like it, but I think it needs to fit a certain kind of vibe. You need to be in the mood for it, you know? Still, 3 million listeners is pretty good. I've never put anything out that's got 3 million views, so good job, Gold Lewis. It is also the last song of the bottom 5 that reaches that mark. Because at 3rd place, with 2,868,232 listens, we have Perfection Can't Please Me, also known as Jacko's theme. This, I 100% expected to be down here. This song is notorious amongst the Strive community for being kind of annoying. It's not bad, under the right context, I can like it. But that context is not an intense set against Jacko. I'm not surprised that it's this low, I'm just surprised it's not even lower. Our runner-up for the worst Strive song, with 2,713,901 listens, we have The Hourglass, Sin's theme. I was originally shocked when I discovered this, and then I stopped and I really thought about it. And I can't remember the last time I actually listened to this theme. Sometimes it comes on when YouTube is auto-playing music, but genuinely, I don't remember the last time I went out and listened to it of my own accord. The song isn't bad, in fact I prefer it when compared to the last two, but it also has the problem of being released between some extremely popular songs. Try being seen when being released between Bridget and Bedman's theme. Yeah, that's not an easy job, but still, it's not last. In fact, I'm not sure that you're ready for what is the least listened to song with 2,285,320 listens is the one, the only, the Gravity, Oscar's theme. Pop the cord, we did it! Oscar is finally bottom tier in something. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, I cannot tell you how the Gravity goes. When I made the theme meaning video, I genuinely had to fight the urge to turn my brain off. It puts me in a daze. Every time I hear this song, my brain shuts off, and it just becomes background noise. And considering the song is a ballad about Oscar's internal conflict, you don't really want people tuning out. I don't like this song. From the looks of it, I'm not alone. Alright, now let's get to the bit that you've actually come here for. Ahead, I have the list of the most listened to Guilty Gear Strive songs. Honestly, this is not the list that I was expecting, and you probably won't guess it either. In fact, let's test it out. Go to the comment section right now and type out what you think the top 5 songs will be. Yep, go on. I don't want any of you cheating. I know what some of you are like. You done it? Alright, now let's get on to the top 5. At 5th, with a whopping 8,884,785 listens, we have Roar of the Spark. I have notes for every single song that appears in this list. Apart from this one, I really don't know what to say. It's a hype song. It's very catchy. Pretty good. Kai's a popular character. Yeah. Maybe the play count is slightly boosted because it's near the top of both albums, but I highly doubt that it's affected that much that it gets 8 million listens. In fact, it's 1 million listens over the 6th place song. 6 is Armored Clad Faith, for those who are wondering. Sorry, pop players. At 4th, with 9,152,024 listens, we have Maze Theme, the Disaster of Passion. The Disaster of Passion has always been a popular song. In fact, it was the first full song that we heard from Guilty Gear Strive, as Arxis released it in an early preview. Fun fact, people thought this was a Paramore song to begin with. Still, 4th is lower than I expected. The song was so hyped up when the game came out. I think the staggering thing, though, is just how much of a gap there is between this and the next song. Because at 3rd place, with an eye-watering 12,496,561 listens, we have Find Your One Way, the theme of Soul Bad Guy. I did not expect this song to be that popular. Like, yeah, okay, Soul's the protagonist. His song is hype as fuck. It's early on both of the albums. But 12 million? Seriously? One of the songs has 11 million listens on its own. Like, oh my god. That is just shy of beating out Smell of the Game. And we're on 3rd. Maybe I should have kept it in the list. At 2nd place, we have our runner-up with a staggering 12,970,488 listens. We have The Town Inside Me. That is more than Smell of the Game. Not a massive amount, but clearly an overtake. Holy shit. People love Bridget. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw this, I genuinely thought it won. And I was not surprised. The Town Inside Me is an extremely powerful ballad about Bridget finding out who she truly is. It's very impactful to a lot of people, and I'm sure it's in a lot of playlists all over. And yet still somehow it's not first. I don't think you're gonna guess first. Genuinely, I don't. Because I didn't. I had to double take when I read it. But in first place, the song that can be considered the best Guilty Gear Strive theme with 13,185,550 listens, we have not Testament's theme, not Bedman's theme, not Elfelt's theme. No. At number 1, we have Love the Subhuman Self, aka Milia's theme. Holy shit! I did not see this coming. Honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I love this song. This song's great, but more than The Town Inside Me? I'm amazed that it broke into the top 5, let alone 1. I had to check my own results several times, but no, it is up there, so congratulations, Milia. You officially have the best theme in all of Guilty Gear Strive. It's probably the chorus. The chorus does go hard as fuck. If you want to know where the rest of the songs place, here's the table that I made, and here's the tier list I made to display it all. Here's a fun game. Post this tier list during tier list season to confuse the fuck out of people. I'm gonna post it when the patch comes out. But yeah, we have seen the best and the worst Guilty Gear Strive theme based on people's listening habits. Now, I'm sure some of you disagree with the results that we found, and I'm more than sure of it because I disagree with some of those results we found. The problem is, music is an extremely subjective taste. I have a bot during my streams which lets viewers put in their own submitted music, and I generally thought I was the kind of guy that liked any music. I have since found things that I do not like thanks to chat. Because of this, your personal opinion is definitely going to differ from this list. In fact, mine has several times. I can't nail down a top 5. So please, in the comments, alongside your guess of what would be the top 5, please let me know what your top 5 are. Let me know why you love the songs that you love and how they bring you joy. Thank you all for watching. I'm probably going to go a little bit quiet until New Year's just because it's the holiday season. I'm going to be seeing a lot of people. I'm going to be going to my family. So yeah, make sure to subscribe so that when I come back, I have an audience to return to. I'll see you all next year with a bunch of crazy shit. I got so much stuff planned, you ain't even ready. It is gonna be sick. As always, a very special thanks to 64MHz, Almost Nap Time, Angel OS, Axel Auto Syndicate, Daniel Wiederert, Edison Lottery, Fexo, FL Maxler, Games.png, Haywire Nova Elite, Hoffmeister Bear, I Am Naruto, It's Riley, Knife and Spoon, Pretty Cat, MP04, Mr. Clen, Nubus, Ray W, Sergeant Cobby, Slimy Gal 42, Super, Storm SSB, Forcon, Tom Tanks, Velvet Puppy, and Zandatsu for being Tier 2 patron supporters.